Ay, 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 ay. But Corey, we have one more topic to get to tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
We have a good old lore corner.
Ooh, lore corner. Everybody likes a good lore corner, Josh.
Corner. It's gonna be another fairly short one. We're gonna start the Ada lore next week. But it's not gonna be this week, unfortunately. Hate to break it to you guys. I'm gonna make absolutely certain that the one that we're about to read is definitely in the game, and that I'm not accidentally spoiling something, because there is one page left to earn in this book that we have not gotten yet. I'm really wary of spoiling things after went off about data miners last week.
Data miners are the worst. They're the worst, Josh. The worst.
They're not great. Yep, it's here. Okay, cool. This is prediction. It's from the seasonal lore book, of course. It's from Beneath the Endless Night. In the days that followed Quira's defeat, the sky lightened, and so did the city's mood as the endless night began to slowly lift. Lakshmi, too, stood high on the city walls, watching adventurous citizens mingle with Elixni. She focused her attention on an Elixni peddler who had fashioned several small robots from discarded scrap. A small gaggle of children stood across the way, clearly interested in the robots as they moved aimlessly, but too frightened to approach. Lakshmi knew the peddler would sell one of the robots, but none of the scrap, and in the end they discouraged. It's a bright new day, she thought. It's a bright new day, a deep voice called out. Lakshmi turned to see the former warlock Osiris striding along the wall towards her. What a strange choice of words, Lakshmi answered. The darkness is closer than ever. And in the darkness, it's sometimes difficult to tell friend from foe. She remembered this conversation from her time in the device. Many of the potential futures it showed led her to this moment. Osiris had grown predictable. It is, Osiris said, and in the darkness it's hard to tell friend from foe. Lakshmi smiled inwardly. They were still well within the standard deviation. I'm surprised to hear you say that, Osiris. You're normally blessed with such uncommon clarity. My perspective has changed since I lost the light, Osiris began slowly. Time is suddenly finite. It makes everything seem more changeable. And if my perception can change, perhaps my enemies can as well. The folly of mortality, Lakshmi gestured to the scene below. Those people could never understand time as we do, Osiris. You've peered beyond the veil. You've seen the Vex Simulation stretching endlessly. You understand that history is changeable, but also inevitable. I used to be certain of that, he agreed. But now I have to wonder, if history is inevitable, then why am I constantly surprised? Lakshmi chuckled. She had heard his comment before, of course, but her premonition had not adequately conveyed his fatuitousness. And so what do you think, Osiris? Will this bright new day last? She nodded towards the Elixni settlement. Are we meant to share the light with the fallen? As if you would know, she thought, you no longer deal in predictions. I've given up on prediction, Lakshmi. I put my fate in the hands of the traveler now more than ever before. He gave her a sideways glance. And what do you say? Is this a new dawn? Lakshmi recalled the vision she had so fervently sought within the device, the realization of her righteous victory over the Elixni, historical and preordained all at once. Her life's work crawling minute by minute from the future into the present. No, she replied. This is just a flash of lightning before the storm. Lakshmi is fucking nuts.
Yeah,
there's no other way to put it. Like she's an extremist. She's a zealot. There is going to be a civil war in the tower before the end of the season.
Yeah,
just straight up.
I mean, that the more and more like Lakshmi comes into the picture, the more and more I think that epilogue revolves around this civil war type thing.
I do too. When they talked about Quira initially, I was like, Quira is definitely going to be the thing we take care of at the end of the season. Now I'm more convinced than ever that it's going to be dealing with Lakshmi and Hideo.
Yeah.
That there's going to be something that happens that forces us to fight them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, come on, there's no way we're not picking up arms and fighting alongside Daddy Zavala.
Yeah. Oh, God.
We have allegiance to Lance Reddick and Lance Reddick alone.
Yeah. We're going to get him on the show someday.
You're not cool enough, Lakshmi.
We're going to get Lance Reddick on this show someday, Josh.
We will. We will one day. It would be fantastic.
One day, we will get him here. What if we got him on and then we just did no lore corner on Zavala? Did it on, like, I don't know, the Colonel. The chicken.
Oh my god! And I actually would love to find some of the lore out about that. About Colonel, not Colonel Panic, of course.
No, I mean we could do a lore corner on Colonel Panic if we want.
We probably could.
I mean, I'm sure we could find some things. It involve a lot of Halo, but Colonel Panic.
I'm definitely in, man. I'm so excited about where they're going with this storyline right now.
I know.
There's so many different layers to this, because outwardly it seems like, oh, it's just about Quira and all that, and like Lakshmi just has some racist problems. Well, it actually goes a lot deeper than that. She's a complete xenophobe.
Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting. We talked about this briefly a few weeks ago, but it's fascinating to me, endlessly fascinating, that a game that you run around and you fight time-lost alien robots in, that you bake cookies in at Christmas, and that you buy dinosaur armor and baby shark ghosts.
I'm just saying, my ghost still looks like Indiana Jones, and I'm okay with it.
That somehow this game is telling more relatable human stories and tackling things like racism and xenophobia better than games that are supposedly meant to tackle those, like Far Cry.
Yeah.
Far Cry, Call of Duty. Like, I find it fascinating that Destiny is the franchise that's like actually doing that.
Yeah.
And I love this. We cannot heap enough praise on the narrative team. We sound like fanboys at this point, but I mean, it's true. Like,
we are to an extent, though, right? The show.
We wouldn't be doing this show if we weren't.
Yeah.
But I don't want to sound like a Bungie apologist. It's just, I really think that the seasonal narrative teams were catching a lot of flack, rightfully so, for some of the decisions made during Undying, Season of the Worthy, and Season of the Hunt.
Right, but at some point...
Hunt, at the same time, though, as underwhelming as the activity might have been, had some great lore behind it.
Yeah.
And has laid the path for what we're experiencing right now.
I think over the last year, I feel like the writing team and the story, like, I feel like they now worried about something like Season of the Worthy or something. I don't have that worry anymore. I'm like looking forward to next season to see how the story continues.
Every single week, I log in at reset to make sure that I'm not getting destroyed. To make sure that I'm not getting not destroyed, but I do get that in PvP and Gambit. But to make sure I'm not getting spoiled.
I mean, I was worried last week when I logged in and there was taking blights in the tower, and nobody.
I'm still worried that nobody is addressing this in game.
Nobody cares.
Are we going to have Solstice without Eva Lavante saying anything?
What if we have taken Grandma?
I'm absolutely, dude. If Christmas Grandma is taken, I'm quitting. I'm quitting if Christmas Grandma is taken. I can't put her down.
What do you think taking cookies look like?
Blights. There's like edible blights. They're the cookies we give to Riven.
Oh, God.
Which, that one is great. I would really love to have that. I'd love to have to deliver cookies to Tanix this year.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious to me.
That'd be funny. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see like this civil war and like who decides to side with who, because like Osiris is still acting weird, right? Does Saint follow Osiris, or does he change course and go the other direction? You know what I mean? Like, it seems like
Saint is totally Saint is 100% on Mithrax's side now. They truly, they're calling each other friend and things like that. And he said last week when they tried getting him on the side of the coup, he was like, no, I have to talk with Osiris right now. There is a 0% chance this man is not walking straight into Zavala's office and being like, do you know what the fuck is happening out there right now?
Yeah.
There is approximately a 0% chance that is not a real conversation happening with him and Zavala and Ikora.
Yeah. Where's Saladin at?
Dude, I don't know. I really need to know what's going on with Saladin because it's worrying me a little bit.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned, you know. Just
I'm still again. I keep telling you, I'm very confused as to why we have not had any mention of the Taken Blights in the tower yet. They've never been in the city or even close to it. I'm scared right now.
Yeah.
This didn't even happen with Oryx. Like a team, not Osiris, is doing something very weird in the tower right now.
Yeah. Is everybody just like corrupted? Is that why they're not? Are they hypnotized? Like, what's happening? What is happening?
I don't know. God. I'm so nervous for some of my NPCs over the coming weeks.
Someone's dying. Someone is going to die. You think that's why Icor is going to play a bigger part?
As long as Lance Reddick is not killed off. If he kills off, I genuinely might stop the game.
I'd be very upset if I'd be very upset.
Of course, I said the same thing about Cade, and look at me now. So,
yeah, but I feel like
they'll make a commemorative shirt on Bungie Rewards, and I'll be right back in.
I feel like though with Cade, like they told a compelling story, and look where it led, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess and for me, like I liked Cade, but I never had the attachment that I think most hunters do, right?
Fuck you.
No, I'm just saying, like I never had that attachment.
Fine. We'll take Lance Reddick away. Okay, let's see how you like it.
No, I don't.
You'll be the butt of the no Vanguard representative.
No,
joke.
let me finish. I'm saying that I would have a harder time with Zavala dying than I think I would have with Cade. Is what I'm saying.
Well, he's your guy, of course.
Yeah.
And they've given him story prominence now. Yeah. No. Listen, I'm just begging for us. It's been 3 expansions. Can I please get somebody in the tower to talk to with the words Hunter Vanguard next to their name? Please. This is embarrassing, man.
Yeah, you'll get a Hunter Vanguard when the tower is destroyed, and
give me Anna Bray or the Crow. I'm not picky. I'll take either one. Knowing my luck, it's going to be fucking Shiro that's going to show up.
It's going to be Shahan.
God damn, dude! If it's Shahan, I'm playing a Warlock after that. I swear to God, I'm starting my Warlock back up. I will play Warlock exclusively until they kill off Shahan.
No, Shahan's going to start his own. He's going to break off from the tower and just start his own Cosmodrome Vanguard, and it's just going to be him and like, I don't know, a sock.
It's going to be
puppet.
him and the corpses of his friends.
It's going to be like a sock puppet that just says in Sharpie. It just says Titan.
Sharpie.
He's going to get some folding chairs and say, "This is where the Titan Vanguard will sit when we figure it out." He'll fold out his card table,
Right.
His red turtleneck. Dude, he just looks like a really bad Destiny cosplayer. I'm sorry.
Dude, I love the joke that he looks like Aztecross. That's honestly my favorite joke.